What's up, Devastators? Dazu here. I just got back from YCS Houston 2025, and man, did I have such a wonderful time. It was truly an incredible experience. And in this video, we're just gonna go ahead and just kind of talk about the experience that I had at the YCS, going over like my matchups, talk about how my deck did, and just overall, just general stuff about how much fun I had there out in Houston. This is going to be an unedited video. I'll probably just throw in like music after the fact, but otherwise it's just going to be like kind of just like a raw cut of me going through and just kind of talking about my recap of my time there in Houston. Before we jump into the video though, I just want to give a huge thank you to all of the channel members and all of the members of my Patreon for your guys' support. Without you guys, I would not have been able to go on this YCS trip in the first place. So thank you so much for that support. It truly means the world to me. For those that do want to join the channel members or the Patreon to support me and my work further and allow me to take trips like this too, you can do so by clicking the join in the links in the description below. Finally, I want to give a big shout out to Gang Grid Spanish Fork, the store here in Utah we play at, for hosting that VIP qualifier, which allowed me to be a VIP all weekend. Man, that was the coolest thing ever. I cannot wait to talk about that. But definitely make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and definitely let me know in the comment section below if you guys like videos like this, where I just kind of sit down and just kind of chat about an experience that I had playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So without further ado though, let's go ahead and just kind of like talk about the YCS. And in a nutshell, it was a really cool event. There was like 1,500 duelists there competing over the course of the weekend. And then plus tons of people, hundreds of people there to play for the Time Wizard stuff, which I almost entered into a Time Wizard event on Sunday, but I ended up just doing some other things with a good friend of mine. But honestly though, like it was really cool just to kind of get out and travel again and play Yu-Gi-Oh! On a grand scale. I haven't done that in a long time. 2019, that was the last time I went out and like played Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of like a local area, you know. So it was really just so invigorating to go back out there and just like see a bunch of people and play a bunch of people and just like experience the game again on that scale, and it was really just amazing. Honestly, like the VIP thing was like the coolest experience I've ever had playing in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event. Like getting your own section. Yeah, I had my own table that I got to sit out the entire weekend just for me, and all my opponents would come to me. It was really sweet. Like the whole area was just like stacked with like super crazy good duelists too, man. Like all the UDS duelists were there, and like world champions, and there's like national champions, like almost everybody in there I recognized from like a lot of like YCS tops and stuff. It was a really cool area to be around. A lot of information, a lot of great people to talk to, and I made a lot of good friends over the course of the weekend, either through trading out in the hall or just you know, just hanging out in the VIP area, even like duelists that I had faced in my matches, and even like meeting some of you guys, some of the fans. Like I was actually like, I was not expecting that at all. Like walking around through the hall over the course of the weekend and having you guys like walk up to me and be like, oh my gosh, it's Dazu, bro. Like I love your channel, I love your videos. Like that made me feel so special. Like man, that was really cool. And I definitely like, that's a huge motivation for me to continue like to push myself and push the channel and grow it even more, to be able to meet you guys when I go out to in the future to play these type of events. It'd be really cool, because the next time I would be able to most likely travel to something is the national championship in July, because all the other YCSs this year I'm probably like not gonna be able to do because I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that's around those dates. But nationals I should be able to do. I already qualify, getting second place at the OTS championship that Utah had last month, so that's really cool. But as far as the YCS goes though, bro, I brought good old Blue Eyes. You know, definitely not the best deck in the format by any means, shape, or form, but man, it was so fun to play this deck. You guys know I play this deck. I dedicated every duel to my dad, and actually like I had a lot of people talk to me about that, both fans of the channel and also just new people I was meeting there, that I kind of like, they asked me about like, oh, how come you haven't played in so long, and what brought you out to play? And I talked about, the story about my dad passing, and he got me into Yu-Gi-Oh. He really liked Blue Eyes, and that's why I'm here playing it. And people thought that was really, really cool, that I had kind of like a reason to be there. It kind of like some like Yu-Gi-Oh anime crap, like I do it for my sister, or I do it for my grandpa, like things like that. It was kind of cute, but it really was powerful, man. Like just being there and playing the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, it was really, really good. Like if you guys want to see my deck, like card for card of what I played, let me know. I can make a profile for it. I'm not going to show the deck in this video. This is going to be just kind of like a recap of like my experience. But yeah, it was a really good deck. Like honestly, all weekend this thing performed immaculately, man. I bricked a few times. That's just kind of how Yu-Gi-Oh is right now. There's a lot of bricking in the modern decks. And this deck does it the best. Good old brick eyes. But overall, like, it was really, really cool. I ended up 6-3 on day 1, so I did not make top cut for day 2. You had to be top 128. I was like number 150 or 151 or something. Shout out to Mew and Mewtwo, some of my favorite Pokemon. But I played really well. Like honestly, I played my butt off. I played my heart out, and GG's to all my opponents, man. Like they were just really good games, like insane matches. Nothing was a walk in the park. Like every round was a battle. I'll tell you, man, every round was a battle. And it was just so cool, man. It really reignited my passion as a duelist, to go out and play. Like it was so much fun. Well, obviously, like the first 2 rounds and the VIP, you get a buy. I got 2 free wins, right? So just the first 2 rounds, I was just there in the VIP area, just kind of talking to players, getting to know some of the guys, especially the ones I'm like going to be sitting by all weekend. Just kind of figure out where they're from and just like, chat a little bit, play. I got to play test quite a bit. Big thank you to Joey Chow, our UDS guy from Utah. Thanks for sitting down and play testing with me before the tournament. Big shout outs to John Paul from Florida. He's another YCS topper. Him and I sat down and played a lot over the course of the warm-up rounds. And shout outs to everyone that I got to play with. I play tested with some really, really, really good players, and it was really, really fun. So thank you so much for playing with me in those first like 2 buy rounds. Round 3 came around, and that was my first like official round in the event that I had to play. I actually was really, really like intrigued because I got to play against Salamangrates, which for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you guys know Salamangrates is like my favorite deck of modern Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I last played in 2019. I played that for that entire year, and it was really cool to kind of just see like one of my favorite decks like on the other side of the table, and because I know that deck inside and out, I knew exactly where to stop it and how to beat it. So my opponent had a really hard time kind of pushing through the Blue Eyes cards, specifically the Primite, Drill Beams, and the Majesty of the Blue Eyes. Those 2 cards are just really good into Salamangrates, man. But he played really well. And it was really fun to kind of just talk afterwards and share both of our loves for Salamangrates. He was like brand new, returning back to the game as well, just like me. So he was just like, this is the last deck I played, like 5 years ago, and it's just what I know and what I love. And I'm like, bro, if not for Blue Eyes, I'd be here playing the same deck. So like we bonded really fast over some Salamangrates. It was really cool. So big shout out to you, man. That was a great duel. Really, really cool. You're just a really, really great guy. So thanks for the match, man. Round 4, I sat down and I played against Mermail. I played against the guy who actually got top 8 at YCS Vegas. And it was a very, very good match. He won the die roll, and he pretty much FTK'd me in the first turn. He did the Mermail, Deep Stream Minstrel, ripped my Imperm, and then just like full comboed. He was playing Ice Barriers in his deck too, so he ended on like the normal Mermail board, but he also ended on the Lancia Synchro that revive when you special summon a monster. It lets you revive an Ice Barrier from the grave, so he would bring back General Raiho, who is a floodgate. While General Raiho exists, your opponent cannot activate monster effects unless they discard a card, and it's not a once per turn, it's just a lingering effect. So that was like crazy. And then at any time, if when you make the Lancia leave the board, you get to synchro summon Trishula out and then banish another card from the hand, field, and graveyard. So really good, you know, the multiple toads and all that stuff, plus the Lancia with the General Raiho lock. Like, that was a nasty board. I was like, whoa, dude, I don't know why Merle players aren't playing this deck like this all the time. That was crazy. Game 2, though, I got to go first. I set up like unbeatable field. He literally could not crack through it. And then game 3, he had a pretty bad opening hand, to be like, all things considered. I was really hoping for a really like insane game 3, because I sided like I was really ready for the Mermill matchup, and he kind of just couldn't play in game 3, so I took that one really fast. It was a cool game though. Game 2 was really nasty though, because like I did not have a single monster in my opening hand. I just literally set 5 traps past. I had Purge, Imperm, double Solemn Judgment, and that was enough to literally stop his entire 6-card hand. And then I just top deck Primite Lordly Load, and then just went off from there, man. Had the full like blue eyes and Drill Beam in rotation. You can't top deck out of that with Mermail. It's impossible. So I ended up taking that match as well. Round 5, I played against Mitsurugi Raziel. Very nice guy. Really cool. Really fun match. I won this one as well. This one was a 2-0. He sadly he bricked pretty hard in game 2, like really bad. Like, he just started and he just like set a card and passed. And I'm like, whoa, dude, no way. Like, it's pretty hard for Raziel to brick that bad, but it does happen. I've played the deck myself, and even with the Fiendsmith cards before, and I've bricked so many times with those Fiendsmith cards in there. So it was like, dang. And I was able to set up like full blue eyes and Primite stuff, and you literally can't interact with that with just bricks. So I did win that one 2-0, but guy was really nice. I had a lot of fun talking to him. Next round, I played against Malice, and it's another really good guy. He's another YCS topper. Very good duelist. I'm pretty sure I've seen him before in the past somewhere. I didn't know him though. He didn't know me either, but it was a really hard game. Yeah, he won the die roll, and of course just Malice FTK'd me. And then game 2, I honestly just like, I made a really bad misplay, and this was actually the only misplay that I made in the tournament that like really mattered. Where if I wouldn't have done this mistake, I would have actually just guaranteed to win that game, and we've actually gone to game 3. What I had done was I got really excited that my hand was just so good, and he couldn't really interact with my hand at all. So I activated my Mausoleum, and I used the effect to dump the second blue eyes, and then I ended on Spheres, Primate Drill Me, everything. It was the perfect opening. But then as soon as I passed my turn, I was like, oh crap. I was not supposed to play the Mausoleum because I'm supposed to Spheres into the second blue eyes to Drill Beam his extender. And that's exactly what happened. I just destroyed his normal summon with the Spheres, bounced it back to hand, and then he played Field Spell. And if I would have had the second blue eyes in the deck, I would have Drill Beamed the Field Spell, and he was cooked. His hand was just trash after that. And then I lost. I got OTK'd by Access Code Talker, White Binder, Red Ransom. I was like, sweet. So, yep, that was a big misplay. It definitely cost me that game big time. Next round, I played against Malice again. I played against actually Jean Paul, the guy I was hanging out with over the course of the day in the VIP area. Yeah, he cooked me. Shifter. Game 1 just absolutely shut down my entire hand. I literally could not do anything except normal summon Primite, Ether Barrel, and then that was it. Like he cut that off with hand traps, so I had no access to any cards. I had 2 hand traps in my hand. One of them was Veiler, which doesn't work under Shifter, so I had 1 interruption for his Malice combo, and it's literally useless. So I got smashed. And then game 2, I bricked so bad, and the only playable card I opened was Solemn Judgment. And I kind of shotgunned it too early. I should have, in retrospect, waited for his first Link 3, especially White Binder, because that would have kind of like put his turn at a standstill if that launcher's summon is negated, because you can't just banish them and resummon them off their effects because they weren't properly summoned. So I just kind of shotgunned a little early on one of the other monsters, and then that cost me. I just got killed instantly by Access Code. But it's okay. I don't have a lot of experience playing against Malice, so some of those like lines I don't know exactly where I should be solemning. But now he kind of like walked me through after the fact. He's like, yeah, you definitely should like solemn the second that like a Link 3 comes out, especially if it's White Binder, because that basically is just like turning that card off for the entirety of the entire game. Like they just can't access the card anymore. And then Next round, I played against Fiendsmith Ryziel, lost a die roll. He opened up God tier hand. I literally had one effect Veiler, and that was it. No other hand traps, which is crazy because I was playing like 20 hand traps for the weekend. And then that round, I just saw none of them. None of them. They were always like my 6th card was Droll, and I'm like, dude, replace any card in my hand with Droll. And his turn was a skip because he started with Engraver Search Tract. Could have just drolled that and he would have been like locked into only Ryziel cards with no recursion, and I would have, my hand was crazy good. I had Maiden, I had Sage, I had Primite Lordly Load, and I had a Wishes. My hand was cooking, dude. If I won the die roll, I would have set up full combo and it would have been easy. But yeah, if I would have just had Droll instead of any other card in my hand, I would have been absolutely on fire. But sadly, no. He full comboed me, Fiendsmith, everything, and then, you know, Detonator, Duo Drive. Like, the only thing I could negate in that combo that mattered was the Duo Drive, so you didn't have the field spell. But yeah, you know, Eclipse Twins Detonator just solos Blue Eyes, man, so you can't really do anything about it. And then, yeah, game 2, I literally bricked. I drew an unplayable hand. I had like Blue Eyes, Majesties, the field spell. My only card I could actually play was Sage, and he just Veilered it, and I was just like, sick, pass. And I just got smoked. Kind of unfortunate. So that was my 3rd loss, and like I said, you had to win 7 rounds day 1 to guarantee the day 2. I played the round 9 though, and I won it 2-0. I just wanted to play all the games anyways. I'm there, might as well play it. So I ended up 6-3 overall. But the deck played really well, and honestly, I would 100% keep wanting to play it. Obviously, I love the Blue Eyes stuff, but the new ban list came out that next day, and it was really good. It solved a lot of problems for me. That is like the cards that I was like, honestly, like the shifter was the biggest one for me. I cannot tell you how many times I just lose to shifters dropping. I'm sure a lot of you out there share the same sentiment, but just getting shifted all the time is so annoying. Both of my Malice rounds in the actual tournament, they both game 1 shifted me, and I was just like, sweet. It's a hard pass for me, dog, man. So I'm glad that card is finally checked. I'm glad that Druid's Room is checked. Like, I'm glad that a lot of these like decks got hit a lot, and now Blue Eyes, at least until the next set comes out with all the new cards for Malice, Access Code Talker and Friends, and the new Ryziel card, Blue Eyes is going to be like pretty good. So yeah, overall though, it was a really great time. And I just want to thank everybody for like allowing me to, you know, to push me to go and to keep playing and practicing. Big shout out to all the players in Utah. Got to see a couple of the guys from Utah there. It was really kind of just a surprise to see. I didn't know anyone from Utah was even going other than Joey Chow. So that was really cool to run into some familiar faces around the venue, and also, like I said, to meet some of the fans out there. That was really fun. But it was a cool place. Like, I've never been to Houston before. The only time I've ever gone to Texas to play Yu-Gi-Oh is in Dallas. I've been to Dallas 2 or 3 times in my lifetime to play at a YCS. A long time ago though, not anytime recent. It was a very long time ago, like 10 plus years. So it was really cool to go to a new city and experience a new place, and it was a lot of fun. I also got to spend a lot of time with you know, one of my best friends who I grew up with in my life. Ended up moving out there. So it was really cool to kind of hang out with him and his wife and do a lot of really fun stuff and just hang out and check out the city. Like, it was so cool. Honestly, the highlight of my trip was every night there's like these like fleets of like lowrider trucks that just cruise around the blocks of downtown Houston, blasting random music out of the truck, and it just echoes off of all of the walls of the buildings. And it's just the most like, I've never seen anything like that before. Like, usually it's just like maybe there's like 1 or 2 cars that do that. It's like literally every night I was there 5 days, and every single night, just like so many, man, like 20, 30, 40 trucks just cruising down the street, just blasting music. It was really cool, man. The people were really lively. It was a very loud city, dude, at nighttime. Like, everything just comes to life, and it's like really fun. I had a lot of fun there, man. So yeah, that's gonna do it for my wrap up. Big thank you though to everybody, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next videos and live streams to come. Plenty more, you know. I'm super excited now that I'm back here in the studio, and all finished with all of my dad's, you know, stuff. We did the memorial and everything, so I'm kind of ready to close that chapter and start pushing forward into a new one. So you guys are awesome. Love you all so much. Devastators, see you guys very, very soon. Until then, stay awesome.